In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is a 1946 Christmas movie. It's produced and directed by Frank Capra and stars Jimmy Stewart as George Bailey. Now, this movie is based on the short story booklet The Greatest Gift, which is written by Philip Van Doren Stern, which was published in 1943, and it's a loose interpretation of the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol story from 1843. Now, of course, we know the whole Christmas Carol story. It's one of the most quintessential Christmas stories of all time. Now, the movie stars Jimmy Stewart as George Bailey, who gives up on his own personal dreams and things that he wants to do in his life in order to help others in his community, and in which his own suicide attempt on Christmas Eve brings about the intervention of his guardian angel, Clarence, played by Henry Travers. And with this, his guardian angel actually shows him what it would be like and how he touched the lives of so many people, but also what it would be like if he wasn't born, how his wife would move on and what happens with his wife and his kids, and how the community that he lives in, Bedford Falls, would be different and how the whole interaction would seem. Now, the whole aspect of this movie is definitely what it is. It's a Christmas Carol, but it's a loose interpretation, like I mentioned at the beginning of this review. Now, the reason I say it's a different interpretation of it is because there is no Christmas past, present, or future in this, who shows him the way of different things of what could have happened. It's just his guardian angel, Clarence, showing him different aspects of his life, of what could have happened, and then what would happen if he wasn't born. How he shows that his wife Mary would be, dating someone different. How his children would be doing something different. How Bedford Falls and the people he's touched would be doing something different. It's really, really good. And the interesting factor is that the reason his guardian angel Clarence is helping him is because in order to do this, and when he finishes this job, he gets his wings. And the most popular saying of this movie, and it's such a heartfelt saying, and where his daughter, George Bailey's daughter, at the end says, "Look, Dad, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings." It's so touching. It's so perfect. The acting by Jimmy Stewart is really, really fun and really, really great. This movie is always on during the Christmas holiday season on NBC. It's either on at Christmas time, before Christmas, a few weeks before, or probably even on during Thanksgiving. They do start playing it, in syndication, but it's always on NBC. I really haven't seen it on any streaming service, and I really don't think a movie like this deserves to be on a streaming service, because it's that holiday season movie where it's going to be on a certain channel and you watch it. You sit down with your family and you watch it. I know many people love this movie, and the reason I love this movie is because it's very touching. You see the lives that one man has, changed, and how things would be different if he wasn't around, or even if he wasn't born. And how the guardian angel of Clarence really understands what George Bailey's going through, even though he himself is a guardian angel. And it's funny because the character of George Bailey doesn't believe that Clarence is a guardian angel, but the way Henry Travers portrays Clarence is really funny. The quip remarks, the sarcasm that's done is so good and so funny that he is really on page with how Jimmy Stewart acts. Jimmy Stewart gives one hell of a performance, and it's one of my performances where I would have to say that where it didn't win an Academy Award for Best Actor. Jimmy Stewart should have won an Academy Award for this movie, because It's a Wonderful Life is considered one of the greatest films of all time. It's probably in the top 10 or top 100 for people who love cinema, film, and movies like myself. But the way Frank Capra, who was a well-known director at that time, and it's still well-known, he directed Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, It Happened One Night. It Happened One Night is a phenomenal movie. If you've never seen that, which is directed by Frank Capra, please do so. But when he made this movie, it's a different way he directed a movie. You saw the passion that Frank Capra put in it. I love this movie for what it is, from beginning to middle and the end. It's perfect, and the way it was acted upon was great. It was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and the American Film Institute recognized it as one of the best American films ever made. It was number 11 on America's Film Institute of 1998 Greatest Movie list, and number 20 on its 2007 Greatest Movie list, and number 1 on the list of the most inspirational American films of all time. And even Frank Capra later on in an interview stated it's among his favorite films that he's directed and screens for his family every time during the Christmas season. And not only that, this was also Jimmy Stewart's favorite movie. So you know this movie has an impact when the director and the actor that starred in it love this movie even after they finish making it. It's fantastic, it's phenomenal, and it's really, really good. Now I'll leave a link to each and every Christmas movie review that I did for my top 10 Christmas movies of all time. I'll leave a link to my top 10 Christmas movies, and after that I'll leave a link to each movie review that I did, my opinion on those movies, what I think and why they are the best top 10 Christmas movies of all time, if you agree or disagree. And also let me know, and in the comment section below, tell me what your top 10 Christmas movies of all time are in the comment section below. I'm really curious to hear your answers because it's one of those questions that nobody gets asked a lot during the Christmas holiday season, and it's really far and few of what people pick. Everyone has different ways and different lists of what their favorite Christmas movies are. So let me know what yours is. And I'll see you guys in the next review video, and thank you so much for tuning into my top 10 Christmas movie reviews of all time over these past 10 days. And I wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays and a happy and safe New Year. Happy New Year too, and God bless you all for the year of 2022. And I'll see you guys in the next review video.